from him. A lot of us, because of this past trauma, we're like, hey, I ain't respecting no man. Like, you come at me sideways, I got something for you. But that mentality doesn't get you anywhere. And I don't ever want to teach my daughter that. Like, I don't want her to be, I'm so independent that I'm untouchable. Because let me tell you something. I got trash, but I don't want to take it out. I have bills, but I don't want to pay them. I want to have these babies. I want to be home and take care of them. I don't want to trust another human with my child, you know? So that's where a man and a woman, they're there to have that balance and to have that team, because the structure of a family is important. That's why it was created. So if you know your role, all this stuff gonna be good for real. And that's all I have to say.
Mm.
Facts.
That's Sunday. She
Um,
preached.
I wanna piggyback off what
Facts.
Royalty said because I think I'm glad she went before me because the word control. I think there's a difference between being I guess like controlling and taking control, right? I think to take control, there's a balance of knowing when to take control, right? That a man has to be able to do that I can't um hold women accountable to do, even though I know that they can do, right? And I also wanna say the word better is subjective as well, right? In my experience, I'm about to speak very subjectively right now, or generally right now. So, but in my experience, from what I've seen from men and women relationships, the relationship always works out better if the woman is looking up to the man, if she feels as if don't you know how it would be like, damn, like that's my man, like I like he does this, he does that. She looks up to him. She's proud of him, right? Yeah, just like what Royalty said, like I, a woman can do a whole bunch of things, like a whole bunch of things, like can take control of their entire life, but it wasn't always like that, and it shouldn't always have to be like that for a woman's whole livelihood, right? For a man, we have to do those things for the rest of our lives, right? The things that women pretty much do not want to do. So for me as a man, I have to live my life as if um I guess I'm the one that's being looked up to in a relationship. If not, if there's a situation where she's either looking at me eye to eye or she's looking down on me, it's only a matter of time for what my man Apple Black says. She's gonna be dragging. You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time because when you say the word better, it's subjective. I give you an example. Like there was this woman who used to make a whole bunch of money, but I was still sleeping on my couch. But she still liked the fact that I was kind of caring. Like she was very like antsy. Like she was like, this has to get done. This has to get done. And I was just like, oh, I'm chilling, yo. All that stuff is going to get done. And she liked me off the fact that I was kind of like laid back, and she didn't know how to do that. She didn't know how to be as laid back and as chill as me. So I stayed around off the strength of that just alone. Like just the fact that she didn't know how to be those areas that she needed, and I was able to give her that at that time. So I think the words control and better are very like I wasn't trying to be control her life, but I was just trying to show her that this is a way of life that you can go if you pay attention to what I'm doing, and then she can look up to that as a man. As a woman
Sometimes
can
you can
look up
see
to that.
more good in a person than they can see in themselves. So
Mhm.
Fact.
All right, let's go. Queen B. Oh, was it Breach? Queen B, Breche, Leo, and Ola, then Kima.
Okay, I was listening and it made me think about this one video that I saw with Steve Harvey or somebody. And basically, they were saying that, I don't think it was Steve Harvey, it was somebody else, but they were saying that like women have been in the past 50 years have been forced into more masculine roles. And now that our culture has more ways to communicate, we're learning or we're attempting to learn as women, we're attempting to learn how to release that masculinity, and then it's an exchange. And then we have men today that are learning how to be more sensitive, emotionally expressive, because they've suffered from so much trauma from hello.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so like they've suffered from so much trauma. So like when I think of the word control, and then when I think of like the masculine woman, like I just want to say no woman deep down in her soul wants to do everything on her own, for one. For two, I think if you say, oh, I don't need a man to do this for me, I think those misinterpretations are subject. So when we talking about, who are you speaking to? Are you talking about, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful because I got people like this in my family, so I'm only speaking from my side, but I got, you know, Lil Ray Ray, Lil TT, Lil Low, who then had 3 and 4 kids, 2, 3, 4 different baby daddies. And, you know, they just are like, I don't need nobody because I got Section 8 and I got my government stamps and I got this and I got that and I don't need no man. And yeah, because, you know, taxes take care of me. Now, if that's the type of woman you're chasing because her body looks good, then sir, that's on you. But if you're trying to chase a wholesome woman, like Royalty said, a woman that knows her role, not even just physically within this role, but spiritually, if she knows her role as far as how to uplift, then, or how to reorganize the home, because the man leads the home, the man leads the kingdom. The woman is there to maintenance, to keep clean, and to maintain. You know what I'm saying? So I don't personally think that a lot of females want to be in that type of role or in that type of way, but I do feel that we struggle in allowing men to come into our lives to take away from some of those masculine things that we've had to do. Just like Shorty said, she's like, I don't want to take out the trash. Girl, I just took out my trash today, okay? And trust me when I tell you, I don't want to do it. But when I say I don't need a man, but then if I invite one over here, and as a man, if you're not willing to step into those places, and then if I vocalize myself, because we are practicing what? Healthy ways to express ourselves, right? From the first question. And if I vocalize myself and then you still lack in that area as a man, then my question is back to the group, then what is the necessary step from, you know, and not to say that I don't know it or that I haven't done it, but what does society want for that, or from that masculine woman that's trying to give that man that chance and he's falling short? And it's not just him, it's multiple times, multiple relationships, people that have been married and then they got divorced because damn, the way he was isn't how he finished, and little things like that. So my question, is like, how can you expect to say a woman is, you know, who's so independent or whatever wants control, but if I try to give you that control and you don't know how to pick that shit up and go with it, then what choice do I have? My back is against the wall.
Good point.
A lot of men aren't taught, so they don't know how to walk in that role. We got a lot of elders amongst us that are just like, they are hesitant on stepping in because of how some men react to being told, hey, brother, you should switch up on this. You should try this route. You know, they get so defensive, and it's like, hey, brother, I was in your shoes. I was there. I can help you do this, you know? But again, nobody is not stepping in and nobody wants to receive. So then when you go to a woman, all she has to really give you that you're looking for is sex, because there's no building, there's no foundation, there's no goals to, you know, a deeper relationship as far as a marriage. If that's not what you want, that's cool. But the purpose of us being here is to be fruitful and multiply. Okay. So whatever you bring me, you can get what you need. Okay. But you got to bring me something beneficial. You got to bring me something sturdy. I need something that I can work with. And if you don't have that, why are we doing this? I'm out.
All right. Brichet.
So it was Dr. Umar that was on the podcast that she's talking about, Queen.
Thank you. I didn't want to
and
say anything wrong. Thank you.
No, you had everything she said, like I was literally about to say. I just feel like I spoke on the control aspect, but a lot of women, like she said, with the submission, I'm not going to submit to someone if I built everything on my own and then you come in and you don't show me you can lead. Why would I have you lead me down the dark alley? You're not about to lead me to hell. Like, no, why would I let you destroy everything I built if you're not showing me? A lot of women want to submit, at least the women I talk to in my friend group. But if I'm paying my car, no, I'm taking out the trash, I'm paying my rent, you come in here and you think you're about to get a home cooked meal and you can't even make decisions like, oh, where we gonna eat tonight? Why am I handing over any type of control to you? I do think that a lot of more like men need to be taught how to lead, but that's on the man side. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. But as she said, a lot of women are just not going to give over that control, which we had to take for so long. And then I'm just going to let you come down and everything about to get tore down because you don't know how to do your job, but you want me to do mine. So everything she said, I completely agree with.
I don't think, because I want to make sure we don't skip this part. Are men afraid to step into that unknown role? Like, are men afraid of making the attempt to? Because like I love
y'all
that
just coming
segue.
across the wrong men. That's all it is.
But
I think it. No, I think
that's
I do think what she definitely said is an unknown role. I want to very key highlight that word, unknown role. It's very unknown, and it's very subjective. So I think that it's different in every. So basically, she's telling this person to come on in here and take control, but he don't know what he don't know what he's doing. And the fact of the matter,
but a lot
yes,
of men
but I don't think
they do, and that's the problem. A lot of them, like she said, wolf in sheep's clothing. A lot of men put on the facade that, okay, and my experiences, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but if you're coming to me and we having a conversation about what we're doing, whatever the case may be, and you, hey, you know, I worked on this with myself, I spent this time alone, I tried to do this, and then the situation occurs and now you're falling back into old habits, or I'm seeing that, you know, yeah, you might have worked on this piece, but you still got bigger issues. It's just like, now it becomes a whole other issue. And then when I'm back to the communicating thing, now that I'm expressing myself, or somebody said earlier, like, women, they don't want to hear you nagging, but if I'm expressing myself, not suppressing them feelings, and you take it as nagging, now we in a whole nother problem. So it's just like, a lot of people put on this facade when I think they just need to stay by themselves, like someone else said, and work on your stuff first. Because if you don't know how you're to lead, and you don't have a man to love your mother or seen that, then why do you think that you should be out here dating?
I agree with
I also think part of it because some of the roles are changing in a relationship. I think they become they're not gender specific anymore, and I think that's part of the reason why some men don't know how to do certain things. They don't know how to lead because the roles that they're accustomed to men doing, they're not doing anymore. So roles are kind of they're not gender specific in my opinion anymore.
All right, let's go to the O's. Still got a couple people. We're gonna go to the O's, Kima, Apple Black, and then Lope.
Hey guys. So I agree with literally everything each one of you guys are saying, but you said something, the host, that you said that we're coming across like the wrong men. I agree with that because I'm an independent woman. I was literally single about 2 years ago. I have my own, all of that. But as a woman, if you don't know that, if you don't have a strong man behind you, you literally, you won't know what you're missing out on. Men are here to help us, to lead us. You know, they're literally our backbone, strong men. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is the music, the industry right now, what is it saying? We don't need a nigga this, we don't need a nigga that, all this, all that. That's another thing too. The media is pushing it like, hey, we don't need our men, but we do. You know, and we don't give Black men enough credits for being here for us. You know what I mean? So if you're coming across a man that ain't shit, unfortunately, you got to move on to somebody who is going to treat you the way that you need to be treated. Because at the end of the day, they're here for us. You know what I mean? And we just have to find the ones that balance with us, no matter what. Because it don't matter what we got. It don't matter how independent we are, how much money we have, none of that. It's about finding that person that you are equally yoked with. And then you guys can create a foundation. You guys can create a kingdom. It's not easy. Being single ain't easy either. Hoeing ain't easy either. But being in a relationship ain't easy either. You know what I mean? But you have to just make sure that whichever path that you choose is a path that is going to lead you to a better life. Not something that's going to make you worse. Not something that's going to just make you, you know, less of who you are. But we do need to have that equal balance. We do need to have that. So full control is not good for just a man or just a woman. We do need to find that person that we are equally yoked with.
Okay, Kima, Apple Black, and then Antlope.
So I just want to say, I feel like, yes, the gender roles have changed a lot. And I think for me personally, do I need a man? When I say I don't need a man, I mean like financially or I can take my own trash out type shit. But I think we women have been built to take on more masculine roles because we have a lot of single parent, single mom households, right? If you think about like 50 plus years ago, there were no single woman households. Like if a woman was single, 9 times out of 10, she lived with family until she got married or was given to a husband or found a husband or whatever the case may be. And men back then knew their role, right? They took care of home. Women didn't have to leave the house. Women didn't have to go to work. Women couldn't go to work. You know what I mean? Like, so a lot of people or men now don't understand the taking care of the household. Hell, men be like, oh, we got to go 50-50 or this 50-50. We pay rent 50-50. We pay bills 50-50. Yes, we live in a new era, but when you talk about knowing your role and being a submissive wife or being a submissive partner to a male, and this man taking charge and this man leading you in the right direction, men don't know how to lead because they don't have to. They haven't been taught. The generations are getting younger, right? Like back in the day, your big homie would tell you right. Now your big homie think he's 20. Your big homie doing the same shit that 20-year-olds out there doing. So there's no guidance because the people that should be guiding you, your grandparents, your whoever, they're getting younger and younger. So you seeing 40-year-old men out here single, out here trying to book 20-year-old little hot in the ass women. Like, so there is like, if you're gonna say gender roles, yeah, but men, some men don't know what that means. They don't know what it means to provide for a household because their version of providing would be 50-50. Now, if it's 50-50, that means I still got to go to work. That means I still got to get up and provide for the household equally as much as you. That's not taking on the role of a woman. And then they'll still want you to turn around and be submissive. Shit, if I'm doing 50% of the work, you still want me to be submissive? You still want me to come home and cook dinner after I work 12 hours? You still want me to, you know what I mean, play homemaker when I'm out in the world with you? We working together because you said this is a 50-50 type situation. I got to be 50% on the rent. I got to be 50% on the bills. And that's not what men have done in the past. That's not how they've taken care of home in the past. So
I was right with you until you said that last sentence, sis. I ain't gonna lie, I agree with you on 98% of what you said, except that last sentence. And the reason why is because just like homie said, as soon as some shit happens, a woman is ready to drag. No, when you come across a situation that you are dissatisfied with, it's not healthy to just say, you know what, I'm gonna give him attitude, I'm gonna give him sass, I'm gonna bring it up to the table to be like, oh, well, this is all I've done, and da-da-da-da. What have you like? No, that's not constructive in the type of world that we need to live in today. Because you just said the man is like trying to figure it out. So if you become inconsistent in the way that you choose to love, how can you expect him to be consistent? That's all I'm gonna say.
We got Apple Black, Antlope, and then we got Phil.
And after Phil, we got the comments.
The piggyback, you can hear me?
Yeah.
The piggyback off of what Kima was saying about men back in the days, they was just more wittier. You know, what you think about the movie Pop was a Rolling Stone and all of this, wherever he lay his hat was his home. He just was leaving that household and creating another family and that, you know, somewhere else. But to be honest, as men, we gotta be real with ourselves. We done failed our women since slavery days. You did, even down to the culture of music. You know, we call them bitches and hoes and shit like that. Now you have this whole culture of women just rapping about the power P, and a lot of men don't like it. You feel what I'm saying? But we've been calling them bitches, hoes, suck my dick, this, that, and third. And another thing to go back excuse me, but excuse my French, but to go back again to like back in the days, a woman was submissive. A man was bringing his whole check home. The clothes was folded, the kids was homework was done, and she didn't have no complaints, and he didn't have no complaints. Giving his check to his wife. So what changed? What changed when they start having these programs like Section 8 and stuff like that, where a man couldn't be in your household? You feel me? Like it's really is the system that's rigged on child support, all of that type of stuff. And it divides. If you ask a Black woman, I'm not talking about none of y'all queens that's on here, but if you ask a Black woman that's going through it with her baby father, who is her number one enemy, she gonna say the Black man. She ain't gonna say it, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it go back to the original conversation, hurt people. That's
All right, Luke.
I ain't even gonna lie, son. I don't even know where to start because this whole conversation been everywhere, touching all types of topics, and I done had things and so many different things that I wanted to comment on, and it's everywhere with it. But I'm gonna just kind of speak for myself. For example, I work. On top of me working, I got my own shit. I've been working, having my own shit, taking care of my son for the longest. Right now, I'm single. Now, I mean, and this shit kind of let me know why I'm gonna stay single for a while. I'm single. I'm working on trying to start my own little business and everything. A lot of the stuff that people commenting on is saying is the reason why I'm gonna stay single and do it how I do it. Once I get my business and all of that stuff established, then I'm gonna kind of worry about dealing with a relationship or something like that. Or trying to entertain a female seriously, just because of a lot of the stuff that's being said right now. Nah, man, and I feel like with me knowing what I want and knowing how I want to do it, some of that stuff gonna compromise what I want to do. Because yes, I want a partner. I want somebody to be right there with me, but look at what comes with it. And I'm coming with my shit already good. Nah, I mean, so fuck all the what can I do for you and how can I do it and how can I lead? I'm already leading. Now, I mean, I'm leading myself. Really, I just want a partner. But just from all of that right there, let me know, I'm cool with how I'm doing it. Maybe I need to fall back on a partner. I don't want to be lonely. I still got friends. I still got people I deal with, but I let them know up front, I don't want nothing serious. And if you can't respect that, I respect you not wanting to fuck with me like that. I can't knock you. I ain't lead you on. I ain't trying to hit you with no bullshit. But right now, this journey I'm on, because I know what I want, and I was raised by a woman. Now, I mean, you're right. I didn't learn how to kind of lead, but I'm teaching and learned on my own. Come on, man. I'm keeping it like this, man. I'm keeping it like this. All I'm saying is everybody got a lot of good, valid points, but everything everywhere. And it just showed me why I feel like this the way to go. Make sure I got my end right, keep on going, get my business and everything together, and then go. You tell me what you could do for me. Because I can do whatever. I can lead, I'm a born leader, but what can you do for me outside of what it looks like I can provide? Because it all comes back to what the fuck can you do? As a man, that's what it boils down to, regardless of how it go or how the conversation go. What can you do as a man to lead this and make it right? And the couple right there, I can already see that y'all got it, y'all need to have it, and y'all doing it. I see it just through the video. She compliments you. It's all about complimenting me as a man, understanding, building me up to make me want to go even harder and do even more to make this right. You being submissive like that and helping me, that's a job. And giving me your opinion. And I feel comfortable now talking to you and giving you my opinion. Even if it ain't right, we can agree to disagree. You see the people that actually do it and make that stuff work. Everybody just big-headed. The internet, know what I mean? The BBLs, know what I mean? Like they said in the music, everybody hitting good points, but just not being real with themselves. It takes a person to change. It got to start with a person. So you can say you want to see this person do this and do that, but if you ain't doing stuff on your own, it ain't even gonna happen. You still can't be with that person. Now, I mean, everybody say you gotta love yourself. What's loving yourself? Don't you already feel like you love yourself? Do you really love yourself? Now, I mean, like we can go everywhere and all around the board with this. That's all I'm trying to say and all I'm trying to get across. But that's how I'm moving with myself as a man. I'm keeping it moving. I'm establish myself and I'm gonna get all my stuff right and then go from there. See if I want to date, because this shit ain't right.
Okay, so Amore is gonna stop the show right now, and she's gonna read off some of the comments so that we can be able to keep up with everything that's been said. The comments are going crazy on these topics right now.
Man, too crazy. They loving y'all right now. What y'all got to say, man? So we got Ace 328, Bogey, really talk about a lot of women meet a guy flashing money in the club and they expect him to know how to be a man at home when immaturity showed in the beginning. I'm just saying. He said, choose carefully, ladies and men. We just have to choose carefully. Kayla in the comments, she said, I think many of us have different versions of what we believe defines what a leader is. Her and Bogey is over there going ham. You hear me? So Kayla also said, I think about that as I'm raising a son. He sees me doing everything alone. I don't want him to think a woman should bear it all. Women now have equal employment rights. That's the difference between back in the day. You know what I mean? Then they going back out to cut the grass, right? That's what Bogey said, cut the grass. You know what I mean? And Kayla says, it also doesn't help that this economy is the way that it is. 2-income households are struggling. Back in the day, 1 income would suffice. You know, because we out here, it's harder than a bench press. Life is life and out here. And then Bogey says, my brother, if you had a queen in your life, the goals you're trying to achieve, you would get there faster. No cap.
Exactly.
No cap.
You finds a wife, finds a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. All right. So,
but see, women have to prepare themselves to be wives. You know
that part. We gotta do our healing.
We be wanting to reign, the glitz and glamour, you know, the whole ceremony. But really, are you prepared for yourself? Are you prepared yourself to be that, to take that position? Because it's a two-way street. Marriage is hard, bro. Marriage is hard, but it's possible. It's possible, but people have to be able to stop being lazy, put in the work. It's not a one-way street.
I
don't think they being lazy. I think everybody got this grass is greener mentality, and it's really a problem. Like they have, and they don't appreciate what they have, and it's like I don't think it's laziness. I think it's it's something better over there. All right, well, she nagging, so I'm gonna go over there. I think it's this grass is greener mentality that is really like. And the victim mindset, that all right, don't get me started. But Bruce, you know what I say? I say when people say, "Oh, the grass might be green on the other side," if you water your grass be just as green. Exactly.
Yeah.
Man,
a lot
not
of people
even just that,
but
for them though. A lot of people be trying to follow trends and do what other people do
Yep.
instead of on what they
everything ain't for
what makes
everybody.
things work for them. Like that's the main problem. Everybody online looking at somebody doing this and like, oh, I do it this way. Of course you do it that way. So do it that way. And you ain't gotta worry about all of that because it don't matter if you're doing it your way.
Right.
And
but y'all, Phil has his hand up. Can we go back to Phil real fast?
Yeah, I was about to say after Phil, we're gonna start our next topic.
So look, right, my bad. I keep running away because daddy duties, but still, like I want to chime in. I don't know who said because like I was running back and forth, but I got this shit up so I can hear everything. But when it come back in the day, you had the man Rolling Stone. Unfortunately, my father was one of them. But yeah, I mean, Rolling Stone, yeah, I mean, doing this, got a whole family across town or in another state, something like that. You gotta think, what changed? What changed was the economy. Like, first off, you can easily take care of a whole house and everything off of $700 a week or every paycheck type of shit. Like, nah. Nowadays, y'all already know rent is like fucking at the least like $1,200 for a 1 bedroom. Like the fuck, who the fuck wants to sit there and pay $1,200 when back in the day they was paying $700? He's paying $700 plus to go ahead and take care of the whole family. So if you're making like $1,400 a week, if you want to do the weekly thing, then shit the fuck, like damn right. He gonna go right the fuck over there to Susan or Mary Beth, whoever the fuck you gotta go to. Yeah, I mean, to go ahead and take care of what you gotta take care of because he's not getting what he want at home, so he gotta go somewhere else. Nowadays, like, I mean, that standard still stands. Like some niggas, not me, but some niggas will want this, that, and the third. They want that cake and they're gonna eat it too. I mean, realistically, that shit don't pan out for the nigga in the long run, but how they tell you, live in the now and not for later. So I mean, you never know when you're gonna pass away. You never know when anything might happen. So you're gonna live in that now. So that's what happens when it comes to dealing with a family, and then when it comes to actually just dealing with what you want, you gotta add them two together. You can't sit there and add 1 + 1 = 6. You can't do that. I mean, my math might be wrong. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I know for a fact, my people's they instill all these manners and all the other shit in it. But when it comes down to with the family, like the nigga that sit there and took her home and then went off and did his own thing, she don't know what he doing. She don't know nothing that he doing, but she already know bills paid, food on the table. Now, when you get to nowadays, yeah, shit might be there, but it's going to be taken away from this man's pockets. But the thing is, the rent, bills, everything went up. I mean, drastically went up since then. So, like, most of us living in Baltimore already know Bethlehem Steel. Bethlehem Steel was that money maker for everybody. They thought they got the top-notch job, so they're going to do what they're going to do. And if they can get away with it, they're going to get away with it. And if you didn't, damn, fuck. All right, well, shit, I got to choose which family I want to be with. Who's going to take me to child support, this and the third. The programs, like Luke, I think Luke said that shit. Like the program, not Luke, I'm sorry. Somebody said something about programs being brought up. Section 8, child support, all other stuff. Child support was brought up to take the man down in the first place. Take the black man all the way the fuck down.
Exactly.
Because the nigga was already doing that in the first place, but he just felt like he needed his cake and want to eat it too. So he went off and did with his other thing.
I ain't going
Nowadays,
I want to piggyback off of bro. Go ahead, bro. Finish. I want to piggyback off what you said about child support too, real quick.
Yeah, well, we got to move on to the next topic. We only did two topics.
Just move on. Move on to the next topic. Move on to the next topic. I'll hop back and come on. We got this.
Yeah, I know we want to, say so many things, but y'all know it's 8:18. The episode is over at 8:30. But if y'all want to continue and y'all got time, we can let it rock out. But we only got the two topics. It is a lot of us, so I definitely understand. But I'm
real quick, Boop. Sorry to cut you off, but like I'll comment it. I ain't heard nothing about what you had to say about anything, brother. Nothing. I mean, yeah, you the host and everything, you doing all that, but we ain't heard nothing from you. You heard everybody else input, but we ain't heard nothing from you.
I mean,
I'm gonna shut up now.
I appreciate that, but as the host, you feel me? I gotta keep everybody from having these long, dragged out ass stories that niggas is doing. You feel me? Like everybody's story is dragged out and all that, so I gotta still keep it going because we on time limit and stuff.
I ain't gonna hold you, boo. I'm feeling, bro. I'm feeling still on that. We need some input from the host, man. Like, what's your thoughts on these topics that you putting out here, bro?
Thank you. I appreciate that too.
I don't mind it. I don't mind giving my opinion, but when everybody takes 10-15 minutes, we on a time restraint, and I want to make sure everybody that's a guest, I'm on here every episode. I want to make sure everybody that's a guest get to talk.
But these questions now every episode. We want to hear from you.
I got you. I'll make sure I say my opinion.
But once we get to this next topic, I'm sure that he'll say what he got to say. So let's go.
Let him go first. When that next topic come up, let you go first, boo.
I think this next topic, the females gonna want to speak on it first before the males, because this next topic is, how do y'all feel about this Summer Walker versus Just Hilarious situation?
Can somebody tell me what fully happened? I'm sorry. All I know is
All right, hold up, wait. I just want to say one thing. Just Hilarious
don't make no money from me.
Just Hilarious is a comedian. I feel like a lot of these people out here are so soft nowadays. Like Richard Pryor and them used to peck and crack and say whatever they wanted to say, and everybody just had to take it and run with it. Like, we laughed about it. If you don't think it's funny, don't laugh about it. But Just Hilarious,
they ain't making no money from me. Fuck them.
What happened?
All right. So long story short.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
She said that nigga stink.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Well, one person take the time and give the full breakdown.
Let the young lady go ahead and say what she was going to say.
Long story short, Just Hilarious had got interviewed, and she was talking about, her coming across. This was right after CIAA weekend and all that. And basically she was like throwing it out there. She was like, yeah, he was out there sweating and all that. Like, he was real musty. Like, she like Shorty said, like she was definitely giving her comedic vibe. And she might have been like, like when somebody's sweating and then performing, like he was giving musty vibes. But like to say he stank, like she didn't say he stank. Like she didn't say that, but until it got all blown out the water. So long story short, she DM'd him during the CIAA weekend when shit was popping off because she had a party out here and he was in town. So she hit him and was like, yo, I got, I done hit up this person, hit that person, whatever. And I don't know if y'all know, but it's a certain type of way when a chick from Baltimore is trying to slide in a nigga DM. And all she sent 2 motherfucking messages. She sent, hey, yo, I'm proud of what you're doing, support what you're doing, you know what I mean? Peace up, whatever, one love, right? Then the next message was like, yo, are you in town? Are you still in Baltimore? Like, if I'm a celebrity, okay, I got money and you're in my fucking city, I'm going to hit you up, my guy. Like, what's
That was a
good?
regular
Like,
conversation.
that's just normal fucking.
Right.
Yeah. So, like,
Exactly.
Summer Walker, I just feel like I'm going to just be honest. Summer Walker did way too fucking much. It should have stayed between her and Lil Meech, for real. Because Summer Walker talking about Shorty, you 1 chromosome away. Bitch, you went under the knife. Like, nobody even knows what you used to look like. You probably looked like a man too before you got the fucking surgery done. Like, relax. Like, I don't like that. Black woman, black woman anyway. It's only 2 chromosomes anyway. Like, that shit was corny to me, her even commenting. And then, like, Lil Meech, like, all you had to do is be like instead of him being like, damn, like, oh, well, that's crazy how a chick saying all this, but she was in my DMs. Like, that's that whole ego shit nowadays anyway. Like, that's that shit that's just crazy.
The Napoleon complex.
It's like, yeah, it's like, bro, why do you have to say all
I
that?
don't even know why he did that. Them DMs
That's what I'm
was
saying.
whack.
Like, why you have to even do all that? Because, like, now, like, the more he talk and the more she talk, the cornier they get, period.
Well, I'm
They
saying
belong
that, but I
together.
know what was going on. So, I mean, yeah, y'all could go. That's a little
She's
much.
a
I ain't know
comedian at the end of
nothing.
the day too.
Look,
So.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, SZA was bad in the first place, but she after going on the knife and all that shit, she made herself better. Like that little phony ass little butt she had. Man, fuck all that. Like
Not the
real
phony
niggas know.
butt.
Real niggas know.
I'm
Look,
back,
you see that
son.
video where she did little jerky shit doing kicking them hips,
Yo,
man. Fuck all that.
How we
Like,
go from
one
Summer
in the
Walker
comments
to
said you
SZA
want
though?
One at a time, one at a time, one at a
just
time.
like just like what's her name? Big Sean wife or baby mother. Like Shorty bad too. Like they bad, but you gotta go on the knife. Why you gotta go on the knife? You want the scrutiny from all these other people, but you listening to all it. Yo, it don't matter. Like just like how we in this right now, they listen to the same shit. Oh damn, well she need this, she need that. Like fuck out of here. Like if you're not comfortable with yourself, then say that shit. Why the fuck you gotta go on the knife to go do some shit to make yourself to appear better for somebody else? You gonna make sure you good. Find that motherfucker that's gonna make sure you good. He's right there. Like, well, my girl, like, I ain't gotta worry about shit. She good with or without makeup. Like, who the fuck gotta sit there and worry about somebody that gotta do something to make themselves look good, make them feel better? That person that you with should make you feel like you the best person in the fucking world, period. And if they don't, bye. Like, shit. real shit.
And let's go to,
Like
hold
in
on, let's go to,
society today, you could be making this girl feel like she the best in the world. If she feel like that's what she want to get done to her body, if she want to do that personally, she done already told herself in her head, this is what she want to do for herself. And she ain't gonna
Yeah,
feel
but at
right
the same
unless she
time,
do it.
listen, when
And
I say
that's
this
why
part,
they do
when it comes to
it,
that,
they get it
you can't
done.
do that though. You can't do that. Yeah, man. Like, look, you gotta be like the conversation earlier. You gotta feel comfortable with yourself. If you're not comfortable with yourself, why can you be with somebody? First off, why you gotta go on the knife and go do all this shit to make yourself feel comfortable to be with this person? That person you with should already make you feel like you're the best in the fucking world, period.
Well, I'm gonna say this: bitches go on the knife all the
They're
time, but they don't go.
and they mind they doing it for themselves. They not
Ain't no
doing it
woman
for
going into the knife just for themselves. They doing it because of the attention they get. They doing it because of the niggas, because y'all are
That's what
feeding
they
into
want
it. That's
to
on
do.
period.
They need to go see a fucking dentist.
all right, we're gonna let Kurt speak on this. He raised his hand, and then we're going, unless y'all got something else.
Then we're gonna hit these comments, my boy.
Hit
We
these
gotta hit these
comments.
comments. They live.
I got 2 things I wanted to say. Right? One, how y'all feel about this new Gunna album? Are you listening to him or not?
That shit fire. That shit fire.
what was this thing? What's that? Y'all made me fucking lose my train of thought. Hold on.
You supposed to be
about
talking
that?
about the topic because we about to mute your ass.
Right, because everybody turned to a fucking racist being that goddamn booth so damn long.
The topic
I only
was
said
about the
something
Summer
about Gunna
Walker
because you
and
said
Just
something about
Hilarious
Summer
thing.
Walker. Yeah, that's the only reason why I said something about Gunna.
Kurt Randall the fuck up right now with that pool so goddamn long.
You said what?
Go ahead. What's
I
your
got out the
topic?
pool. No, go ahead. I'm gonna come back to it once I remember.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to speak on about the Summer Walker before we jump into the comments and move on to the next topic? All right, Amor.
Yeah, I can't. Can I throw something out there?
If it's not about the topic, no. I ain't trying to be smart, but
No,
we
you talking about Summer Walker and Just Hilarious, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
got
sir.
you.
Is this over Lil Meech?
He got something to deal with him, yeah.
All right. All I can say, man, listen, man. Just Hilarious. She different. She a different beast. But Summer Walker, it's all the game, like attraction and attention. That's all it is. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. These people is, rich. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why, I feel most of the times, a lot of people that's wealthy, it shows that they're not happy. So it goes to show you that money doesn't make you happy.
So much so, man, they get in the comments real heavy about this Summer Walker and Just Hilarious. They in there real corny talking about they look very corny. Kayla come through and it was a general conversation. She wasn't even being thirsty. Him posting that was goofy.
Right.
Bogey
Exactly.
said nothing but big up to him, LOL. You got Jessica came in. She said, laughing my off. We are all one chromosome away with that logic since there's only two. The pack didn't even make sense. Kayla came back with they belong together. They both goofy as fuck. And he's gonna make a fool out of her, just like her previous relationships. Summer needs to be alone and go heal for a while. Because how your last 3 dudes got you looking crazy.
But they ain't talking about Justin Country Wayne though.
Look, we ain't talking about that right now.
Look, we been talking about it. Shit, that was years ago.
For real.
What
For real.
about
And just
Chris?
doing her thing. Just doing
What
her
about
thing.
Chris?
People just gotta
Just
stop being
Hilarious and Chris.
That's all the comments.
Yeah, that's all. But people always try and dig you up. I swear.
That's the
All right,
life
so
they live.
what you say, Danielle?
I said that's the life they live. So of course they're gonna bring something up.
Yeah.
Anything that's public you did is fair game in that line of work.
Look, you got money, they're gonna come at you. Real shit. They're gonna come at you any way possible just to try to tarnish your fucking name for whatever reason.
Even if you ain't got money, they coming after you. You feel me? But on to the next topic, y'all. Let's get.
All right, so I know everybody heard about this situation with I think 5 different people trying to go down to the Titanic, see the Titanic and everything. We're not gonna mainly focus.
Can we ask questions that's gonna pertain to Black people? Okay, sorry, I had to say.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Y'all ain't even let me say the topic. I'm using this as an example before I even get to the topic.
Hey, yo.
So,
we ain't fucking
Yo,
doing
y'all talking about the motherfucking billionaires that died in the submarine?
no, I didn't even get to the topic yet. I just used that as an example, but everybody started talking. So I was just asking if everybody.
You use that as a
everybody
segue.
hear about
Doing that. Big fish. Like
all right, so y'all know how everybody pretty much heard about, what happened with the people like
For sure.
unfortunately losing their life. The reason I brought that up is because the next topic is, when is it too soon to make a joke about something serious such as death, murders, and etc., how people do on social media?
As soon as you find out.
Man.
Honestly, as soon as you find out, it's too soon.
You find out too soon. But the funny thing is, as soon as you find out, somebody's going to make some type of joke or something, but they're not even thinking about it.
It's always one.
So that's the thing that people don't even realize, like, oh shit, in my head, like they're not thinking about what just happened until they're like, oh shit, my bad, too soon. But
people are sensitive.
yeah.
Soft.
Got some hands raised. Boop.
All right, so we got Kurt, Wizard, Kelly, and Phil.
Unmute your mic.
Yeah, yo, honestly, like she said, yo, as soon as you find out, Susan, right then there is Susan. Like, you gotta give people at least a moment to. If it was your people, your family, your friend, anything like that, you gotta give a person a moment to process this shit, get through their emotions, figure out how they gonna move forward from the step. You feel me? Before you wanna be sitting there cracking jokes about it. Like, life is life. We all go through it. Shit happens. You feel me? And we gotta move on. But like that whole process of people taking videos and pictures of people in the casket or people hurt or anything like that, that bugs me, you feel me? Because it's like, bro, what you doing? You geeking. If that was your family, you'd be wilding right now, yo. You'd have been cutting the fuck up, wanting to fuck whoever the fuck camera it came off of, all that, you feel me? Like, so when it comes to certain things, as human beings, we gotta understand, like, yo, take a moment, put yourself in that situation, feel that for what it would be if it was you, and then you can move on from it. You feel me? Once you move on from it, yeah, you feel me? Shit happens, bro. If you happen to make an unconscious joke once in a while, all right, cool. You feel me? But all that keeping it going, all that extra shit that people be doing, we as black people, because it's mostly us black people, we laugh about every fucking thing. We are taught to laugh it off, move through it. You feel me? We're taught to try to figure out a way to better process a situation. So beyond that, you feel me? After you give a moment for a person, then I mean, it is what it is. But like she said, yo, right then and there, when you first find out, that's too soon.
Okay, was it?
I just feel like back in the day, the internet didn't exist. So like when comedians and people troll, you didn't see it till months later, or maybe when the DVD dropped, or if you caught a clip on YouTube or something, it wasn't so in your face. So now when something happened, of course you got people like, and then they done made making clips and content so viral, and you being able to monetize so much, people going out their way to figure out a way to get something to pop off so they can get something off of it. Now, whether it's right or wrong, you feel me? That's up to your discretion. That's how I feel. If you want to create content, like if you want to do what they call content over everything, you just gotta own it. That's your lane. So when people come at you, they talk about they want to punch you in the face when they see you and all that. You just gotta deal with that. But if you feel me, if that's not your lane, you might, even if you poke a little fun, it's all in what's distasteful and what's not distasteful. Like you can joke about something and not go too far about it. It's the people that go too far that want to drop the F-bombs or this, that, and the third. Like, you gotta keep it cool. Like, keep it, I hate to say it, but sometimes you do gotta keep it PC. Like, you don't gotta just, some people be trying to get the shock value and it make you look like a clown. It's not even funny at a point. Like, doing too much.
Respect. Phil?
So yeah, man, when you want to go ahead and talk about that shit, like, as you know, we got a homeboy in the past, and like, I haven't heard no jokes, and I swear to God, I better not hear no jokes. But like, hearing about shit when somebody pass away, it's gonna take a little bit. I better go ahead. I'm talking. But when you actually got something that like real close to you, like family, like not even comedians, nothing like that. Man, they all right, come on, golly. But when I would say give it like, I can't even really put a time frame on it, because like death is different between different people. So you can't really sit there and say how long somebody can grieve on that one. So if you want to grieve, you want to grieve. Everybody grieves differently. Some people shut everybody off. Some people sit there and joke about it right away. I mean, it's on that person. But when it comes to that person or the situation, how that person passed away, you got to think about it. Like, is it bad or was it natural causes? Because if it's natural causes, all right, you could talk about it. I mean, you, just to get up your chest, because some people can't really sit there and talk about certain shit like communication. That's what we always, the whole podcast was about communication in the first place. So you go about it talking, you can joke. Some people take it the wrong way. Other people might know how you deal with grief. So that's how you do it. But I would say don't even joke about it in the first place, honestly. Right. Ain't no joking about death, because man, we all living on borrowed time. Everybody in this chat right now have a death date. Sorry to say it, but everybody has one, but who knows when it's gonna be? And would you want somebody to joke about your shit? I mean, granted, I want somebody to joke about me when shit, because I want everybody to laugh. I don't want nobody to be sad about anything that happened with me. I want you to think about all the good times we had, everything about that. Don't sit there and joke about, oh, well, he did this, that, and the third. Like, oh, well, fuck that shit. Like, nah, sit there and remember the good times and stop. Like, if you want to joke about the good times. Don't joke about how that person died. Don't joke about what happened when they died. Just, like I said, you gotta deal with the way you deal with it. But I will not put a time frame on it, because I don't joke about death, period. I mean, granted, I got hella people that passed away. I never joked once about any of them. Not one. And if I did, let somebody stab me, let God hit a lightning bolt, hit me right now on any of that. Because real shit, I can't joke about death. So when it comes to that, it's to that person and whoever they're around. Because you're gonna do it around certain people. You're not gonna do it around everybody. You're gonna do it around certain people that you know that's gonna actually, that's gonna take what you say in a comedic type of scene. Not no, oh, he's serious, oh, he talking this, that, and the third. So no, I'll leave that shit alone from that point. And I'm gonna shut up because she's talking too much.
Got you. Bree Shade and more.
I mean, I feel like, all right, when it comes to something real serious, something tragic, no, I don't think we should be sitting around joking about it. I don't think nobody's sitting around laughing about how somebody died. But as somebody who was just laughing for that specific incident with that submarine, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just, it's stupidity. Like, y'all shouldn't have went down there. Am I lying? Am I joking about Ray down the street getting killed? Hell no. Like, that's a little different. But I feel like in that circumstance, in this specific situation, oh yeah, baby, I was laughing at all the memes. Y'all spent $250,000 to go down to the Titanic to see what? See what?
See nothing.
Like, but on a regular basis, I'm not laughing at nobody dying. Like, no. And like he said, like, don't make me laugh. I might be joking about somebody's life, like the things we did together, the good times. Like when I go, yeah, I want y'all to laugh about all the fun we had. Yes, we had a ball, because I'm gonna laugh. Life too serious. I'm gonna joke. I'm gonna crack a jokey joke. But on a regular basis, no, I'm not laughing about nobody's death. But that I'm laughing. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sorry.
A waste of money.
Let me tell y'all,
they down there with
a waste of almost $1 million.
And they ain't like black people there either. So
oh my gosh,
they went down there to see.
It wasn't that one black person in the motherfucker in the first place.
I ain't going down there. I'm claustrophobic. No, I can't stretch my legs. No.
Like I said,
it's a reason why
I'm not going nowhere where the whales won't go at. I'm a big
the ocean is only 5% discovered. I'm about to go play with that.
Hey, yo, where was they going to see? Like, what was they going to see though? It was a little window. What did you say to that pill capsule? That little window.
It was on a screen. It wasn't even a window, bro. It was a screen with a camera on the front.
Was SpongeBob
and a PlayStation 2 controller.
You gonna see Jesus himself.
That was don't even disrespect PlayStation like that. That was a Logitech controller.
But see, if you'd use the Xbox, you can change the battery.
That was a Dreamcast controller.
Yo, I'm going to laugh
No,
at that.
game cast, nigga. Fuck that game cast.
Hey, I'm with you 100%. Like, I'm with you 100%.
With the
Hey,
PlayStation.
chill, y'all. I'm not supposed to be laughing with y'all. Y'all got chill. Shout out to the
Nah,
old.
y'all. Let's
Hey,
get to
get
these
in
comments because
there.
they going ham on these comments about this whole if you should. When is it too soon to joke about someone's demise? You feel me? So we got Kayla. She said, "Oh, that's a good topic because I felt a way about Jackie O in the ignorant comments or podcast from her friends. That really hit home for some reason, man. That's crazy." She also said, you know, hold on one second, child. She learned today that there was a black man that was boarded with his wife and biracial children. I ain't hear about that one. Everybody I saw
On
was
a boat,
lighter than me.
on a submersible.
I believe so. We're gonna double check about that. Kayla, make sure you put in the comments. Just give us some clarification real fast. And Kima actually came on the comments as well. Although she's still locked in. She says never too soon, but you have to be ready for the kickback. If your joke is public on social media, because no one else can tell you when and what to say, but morally, it's never a right time. Kayla went on to say, I agree, there's never a good time. People grieve in different ways and time frames. And you also got to remember, y'all, people also grieve by laughing or making people laugh too, you know, but there's levels to this thing, you know what I mean? But hey, you know, we got to keep on with the comments, y'all, and let's go to this next topic.
I wanted to speak on this real quick, but y'all can go to the next topic.
Go ahead, you can speak on it.
Nah, I was about to say, I just feel like it just shows the type of times that we live in. Nah, man, it just shows how much it's a wicked word. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I understand everybody grieve death and take death different and little stuff like that. But even coming up, there's got no elders, no grandparents coming up. Man, they taught you respect that. It's times you could be outside in the hood, you in the street, you see the line coming down the street, they coming with the cars and everything. You don't know who in there, but out of respect, you taking your fitted off till the shit go by. Nah, man, it just shows how much what people do for attention, yo, and a lack of compassion for human life. That's how I look at it, period, in general. Nah, I mean, I feel like you can't straddle the fence. Ain't no ifs and ands. It's my people's or this or that. Nah, death is death. Compassion is compassion. I was still like, whether what they did was stupid or not, like, death, nah, I don't like that shit.
I feel you on that one. I would real quick. Like, I don't know if anybody's saying that shit about the 14-year-old and the mother that got punched in the face at some little Chinese restaurant in Chicago or Detroit,
Like
whatever.
that.
Like everybody
Come on,
commenting, oh, I ain't gonna lie, every single person in here would jump. If somebody hit their mother, they gonna do what the fuck that little nigga did, flat out. And freedom, I mean, that's the only person I'll say free because it's within the rights. Like, who the fuck gonna hit my mother in front of my face and you think you gonna live to see the next day? Fuck out of here. Like, nah.
But then in that case,
niggas
you don't
gonna
feel compassion
joke
for
about it,
nobody's
though.
life.
Niggas want to joke about it, and it's fucked up that they're going to joke about it because somebody did lose their life, regardless of what the situation was. Somebody still lost their life. Somebody lost a brother. Somebody lost a father. Somebody lost a son. Somebody lost an uncle, cousin. I mean, yeah, it's just fucked up, but that's the world we live in now. And social media or not, the shit it's still fucked up no matter what. And
Yeah,
I
but
mean, granted, I'm agreeing with them on the fact of everything, but niggas gotta learn, not even just niggas, but everybody had to learn how to deal with certain people or deal with people on a intellectual level instead of just off of reactions. Like, yo, you gonna react just like this. Looks like, I don't know who said, but like every action has, or every
action has a reaction. For every cause,
have a negative or positive reaction. So like, no matter what, you punch my mother, I could fight you, but ain't no 14-year-old gonna fight no 30-year-old and really get through unless he like fucking Zion size and shit like that. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna do the same motherfucking thing for my mother. I'm gonna ride till I'm dead in the ground, a little more than 6 feet, because I did what I had to do for my mother. Like, fuck all that. I ain't gonna lie. But when it comes to joking about that fucking death shit, nah, like, leave that shit to the comedians for real. Like, unless, like I said, if you're around people that know you and know how you deal with certain shit, that's the only way it fly, and it stay in that circle. If it goes outside that circle, or if you post it on social media, you getting scrutinized no matter what. No matter what. If you right or wrong, you're gonna get scrutinized.
And we live in a world where everybody be choosing, man. Everybody be choosing. That's how I look at it. Like everything, a lot of things it's just motherfuckers choosing. It's cool this way, but not cool that way. Man, that's just the world we live in nowadays.
If we could take it back to where we had the bikes outside the house, where you know that person home. If we could take it back to them with the street lights on, oh, I gotta get my ass in the house.
Yeah.
If we get back to them days, it wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
But we as
I
a
promise
person
you it wouldn't be like that.
right? Aren't we the ones that messed it up? Because our
No,
parents
we
beat
not.
our ass. Then our parents beat our ass and tell us to do this and do that and do this. And then what we do, we grow up and I'm not gonna beat my kid. And now your kid is 14.
You still ain't subscribed to New Era 410 podcast on YouTube?
It's crazy about you.